Hello, I'm Lenny Magill with the Glock Store Performance Center, and today I want to show you a new product that we developed that is used for competition, but there's some other uses that I think are very valuable, and it's something that we found is extremely valuable for certain types of people. Now, many times people will take the Glock handgun, and when we're at shows and we're showing the gun to people, and we say, well, let's go ahead and rack the slide, often women and older gentlemen have difficulty actually grasping the slide and pulling back the slide to charge it, and load it up with a round, or to show that it's clear or whatever. Now, of course, you can do that in many different ways. You can grab underneath here, grab on top. I've seen a couple different variations of that. This is a very common one for competition shooters who want to kind of sneak a peek in there and check to see that there's a round loaded. That's why we put the serrated edges up on the front here, so you can actually grab it from underneath there like that. Of course, this is the most common way to do that. What I always tell people to do is to grab hold firmly and then to push forward with their right hand. So you're really pushing versus pulling, and it's a little easier to do so. However, many people still have trouble operating the slide, and hence we have a couple solutions for them. One, we can put a lighter spring in there, but still the muscular dexterity of grasping the slide with these thumb and the index finger and squeezing it and then pulling it is difficult for some people. So there's the problem. Now the solution, like I said, you could put a lighter spring in there, but many people still have that difficulty. The solution that I came up with is a slide pull charging handle, and this is it basically right here. All right, so what's really cool about this is there's no gunsmithing required to install it, because it basically replaces the slide cover plate. I've got one installed here, and actually I developed two different types. The first rendition was the Longhorn, I'm going to call it. You can see how long that is, and I did that in particular because there were several ladies in our shop who had difficulty racking the slide, and so I said, well, let's see how we can make it happen for you. And rather than doing one finger, which they found was difficult, I had them put two fingers in there, and now they actually grasp it and pull it straight back. So that's the Longhorn slide pull charging handle, and it's really perfect for those of you out there watching or someone who have trouble racking the slide. Now, I also created for myself a short horn, and it's a little bit shorter, so I can get in there in competition. And I've actually used this in some competition matches to kind of test it and evaluate it, and it works great. What's really cool about it, I mean, really the best thing about it, is that it goes on and off in a heartbeat, and there's no gunsmithing required. So let me show you that procedure right now. First of all, this is a G34 that I'm building up for competition. And you'll see more about this gun as it progresses through the stage. Here's in its really early stage. I've actually done the pyramid trigger with a red safety. I've got a Storm Lake barrel in it. One of the things I really like are these sights. These are the Trijicon HD sights. And if you notice, they're night sights. So these are tritium inserts right here, and that's a very big U right there. So this is typically a wider notch than you're going to find on most sights. Okay, but really what I like is if you go ahead and refocus down here on this front sight, you'll see this guy is a big red post. And this big sight is a lot easier for me to see in competition, a lot faster. And I think you'd find the same thing too. So it matches up with this big U in the back. And these kind of sit up high, and they're really just nice sights. I've had pretty good success with them. So now what we're talking about though is installing the charging handle. Okay, this is being the short horn that I use for competition. Again, the long horn for those of you who want to use two fingers. The way we do this is to, of course, make sure the gun is empty before I want to work on it. Of course, there's no ammunition in this room, no ammunition on the table, no magazines. I, of course, have dropped a magazine. Look inside, of course, the chamber's empty. We've already gone through that. Pull the trigger in a safe direction. Now, to remove the slide cover plate, you'll see I've got the Superman slide cover plate on here. This is one of our custom designs. We're basically going to go ahead and just lock the slide back. Okay, and now with my disassembly tool, whichever one you want to use, and you can do this with a ballpoint pen as well. We're going to come underneath here, underneath the striker, and we're going to notice there's a small piece of black plastic, and that's called the spacer sleeve. Okay, and it goes around the firing pin itself. So I want to push that down because it's spring loaded and it captures the slide cover plate in place. So you really can't take this off until you take the spring pressure off of that. So by doing so, I'm going to come up here with my punch and just push down. You'll notice there's a spring pressure there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is push it down and at the same time then thumb this guy off. And it comes off very easily when you do it right. If it doesn't come off easy, you're not doing it right. You got to make sure you take the spring pressure off of the underside of the slide cover plate. You'll notice here on the slide cover plate, it's actually got a little round hole there, and that's actually the spacer sleeve gets captured right in this little indentation. So unless you take that pressure off there, it's going to be hard to get that thing off. And we see them all the time. People pry them off with a knife, and they look pretty ugly after a while. So there's my my custom slide cover plate, and now all I'm going to do is replace it with the Shorthorn slide pull charging handle. Now, to do so, basically I'm just going to go ahead and align it into the back of the slide there, just like it's supposed to. And you'll notice, again, this thing has the same shape underneath that the slide cover plate does. So really, it's a slide cover plate with this charging handle. It's all one piece of billet aluminum that's been machined to exact tolerance to make it fit. So I get that kind of lined up there. I'm going to use the fat part of my punch to push down that spacer sleeve. So get it started, and then with the small punch, I'm going to push down the extractor, depressor plunger. Get that out of the way. Okay, just that easy. All right. Now this one is in silver, and I left it that way so you'd be able to see the contrast of it on the slide. Of course, it is available in black, and blue, and gold, and red, and pink as well. All right. So that's the slide pull charging handle. Now check this out. So that's how it looks. Now it's a one finger, just like that. So it's really, really convenient. Now, competition shooters know this because when you shoot a lot of rounds over the course of a day, you're continuously racking the slide, looking inside, and by doing this, you wear your fingers out. You know, guys get fatigued. So this actually makes it a lot easier to check and see, and a lot faster, and a lot more convenient, and just a great little tool. But probably the neatest thing about it is that it goes on and off so quickly. Now again, it is available in different colors, of course, this being silver, and we do have black, of course. And you can also custom engrave right on the back there too. So if you wanted to put your name or something else there, or one of our pre-assigned logos, just let us know, and you can get yourself lined up with the slide pull charging handle in a custom format for yourself. I'm Lenny Magill. Thanks for watching. This has been another video on the Glock Store Performance Center TV. Thanks for watching. See you next time.